Hi there, it's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I have this cute little fall shaker card that I wanted to share with you and thought we'd do a little tutorial on how we got the actual frame for the items inside to shake. So what I did with this was I used two stamp sets. I used the Love of Leaves bundle stamp set for the images that you see here on the card base. Then I also used the beautiful Autumn bundle, which was this stamp set with these beautiful little leaves and acorns and pine cones. It's so cute. And it with the bundle, you got the 3 little mini punches that went with it. So that's what we're going to use today. I used those for my little shakers. Okay, so let's get started with our first thing to do is to make the frame. And that means I'm going to bring into the camera a quick run through, whoopsie, with the new cut and emboss machine. So if you don't have it yet, it's really good. It's compact. It opens and closes, takes up a lot less space on your desk. So we always know we have base number 1, base number 2, and they're all numbered for us. And this is the magnetic plate, which is number 5. So I'm not going to put the 3 on until after I have my dies in place. So we're going to use the stitched rectangle dies, and I used these two, the 3rd and 4th smallest. Okay, so we're going to just take a piece of scrap Whisper White and we're going to run it through. Now I'm going to put them both on together at the same time because what I want to do is to produce that frame. So try to get it as even as you can. My magnetic plate is a little warped, but I have a new one coming, so I think it got warped from my first machine, which has been replaced because there definitely was something wrong with that machine. But Stampin' Up was great about replacing it. Okay, so that's going to lay nice once I get it in there. And let's just bring this out a little so okay. And this runs through a lot smoother than the other one. The other one I had to literally put my whole body weight into it. Okay, so this is what we're going to come up with. And here we have the frame. So save this piece. It's perfect for another project. And this is our frame that we're going to use. Came out nice. All right, so I'm going to take now, I want to cut out, while I have the machine out, I want to cut out a piece of the window sheet. So this is just an acetate sheet. We do sell them. They are in the catalog. And they're 12 by 12, and you get two full sheets, I believe. All right, so I'm going to take the larger of the 2 frames, and I'm going to run that through here, just so that we have the actual window part of our shaker card. Okay, let's run this through. Sorry about the shaking. And that's good. Now I can get rid of this. All right. So now we have the acetate piece, and we can just pop that out. Okay, I'm sorry about that. My video just went down for no apparent reason. But anyway, so we cut out we cropped the larger rectangle out of the acetate window sheet, and that's going to go over here when we're ready. But we're going to get into some stamping now. So we're going to just do the card front, so we can just put our random stamps there. And I just chose some fall colors, Cajun Craze, Cinnamon Cider, and of course you have to have a little green in there for the leaves that just haven't turned quite yet. And I think I'll save that one for later. Okay, so let's just do, we're just going to do a little bit of random stamping, and it will just be anywhere. anywhere that you want. I try to keep the focal image right there in the middle, but let's just see. I'll just try to do this pretty much like I did before. Okay, that was cinnamon cider, and I'll add a little bit up here, right there. Okay, put that aside. Let's do some pear pizzazz, I believe. That's kind of my go-to when I'm doing leaves. And I'm just going to add a few, trying not to overlap, but just to fill the perimeter, because we want the star to be the actual window sheet, or the things that are inside the window sheet. So I think I'm going to do this sentiment, and I'll go over that little smudge that I just made there, and I'll do that in Cajun Craze. And no one will know the difference as long as I keep it straight. Perfect. There you go. All right, so that's good for that. Let's add a few more. Let's add that focal image leaf, which would be Cajun Craze also. This comes out really, really dark, but so if you wanted to, you could stamp off, but I think I liked it just for the boldness of it. It will lighten up just a little bit. So, all right, let me get that out of the way. I could put a little bit of pumpkin pie on there. I think I did that on the first one. And this was the one stamp that I did take from the Beautiful Autumn, along with the other little cute little leaves and acorns and things like that. So I'll just do that. I think I'll put one more down here because I like things in threes. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's put that aside now. And now we're just going to do some stamping of these little leaves and goodies that came from that set, Beautiful Autumn. So I have some just scrap paper, and I'm just going to do a few. So it's going to be tone on tone. So let's see, for the Cajun Craze, which is what I have here, I have one little leaf there, and we're going to punch these right out of that little mini punch, which is so cute. So I do have some left over, so I won't have to punch that many. Let's see, pumpkin. Let's do a little, let's do the leaf in the pumpkin. Oh, I have to put pumpkin pie ink refill on my wish list for tomorrow. Tomorrow is October 1st, and we'll get some of that in there. So let's see, I want to have the little acorn in, I could do that in cinnamon cider this time. And the way that it's going to go into the punch, I remembered that you have the that little stem will be down. Okay, so you get the idea. So you're just going to take some scraps and do some punching. So we have, whoops, which one? It's my Cajun Craze. And 1, 2, and 3. And then let me do the pumpkin, because I think I would like a little bit more of that orangey color in there. Okay. And what I did learn when I did this the first time is that you don't need a lot of goodies in there to shake, especially since I think because it's the cardboard, it's the cardstock, you just don't need that much. And I put a little bit, maybe I put a little bit too much in there, because it shakes, but it would be a lot more flowy if there were less in there. So that's what we're going to do this time. Okay, let me get rid of these before I make more of a mess. All right, so our next step is to, before we do any layering, we want to be able to have this on here first before we put our adhesive sheets, which, where did I put those? These, not adhesive sheets, these are adhesive, foam adhesive strips, and these are great so much for shaker cards. I mean, you can't really make a shaker card without it. It would be silly to line them up with dimensionals all around that. But since I'm going to use liquid glue for this one here, just to get this on, and so it's the back side of the frame. And I don't want a lot. I'm just going to put a little tiny dot and then squish them together just to make sure that it's not showing through, because I don't want it to be messy. That is the issue with the Tombow, is that you know, it does get a little messy and then it gets on your hands, but okay, that should be fine. All right, so I'm just going to put this right over the top here like that, and we're going to give that a second to dry. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, perfect. All right, let's leave that be. All right, so let's get our card together, and then we're going to place the little leaves inside on top first before we do use the adhesive. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This is my, I don't need the plus, I just need the regular. Whoa. Okay. So we want to have all of the items in place before we cover it, and that will help. It also allows us to place them all face up so that we know when we shake it that's where they'll stay. All right, so I'm going to put more on here. The Stampin' Seal is fantastic. You don't really need a lot, even with the regular one. It's really sticky. All right, now usually I have my grid paper, but I'm just going to wing it here. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to place the leaves that we want to have in here. Now, like I said before, with this one, it is a little tight. I think they could have a lot more room to move around in there if I just had a little bit. All right, let's put one acorn in there, and we'll take out one of the oranges. Okay, there we go. So everything is face up the way it should be. And then we're going to come back to our adhesive, our window sheet. Now these come in strips, and what I like to do is cut them down to size a little bit. It's just they're a little bit easier to work with. So you just take one. Oh, I thought I cut them all. Oh, I cut them from this side. Okay. All right, let's hold on to this. And we're just going to place it right on there. Okay, and trim off the edge. That was always my problem with shaker cards, is they kept falling out. I just wasn't doing the laying my adhesive strips. I probably was using dimensionals too at that point. Okay, that's there, and we'll have one more. And then I would put back whatever I didn't use and save it for next time. So you just make sure you have a nice seal all the way around, and then we'll just trim that right there. Okay. All right. It's a little, let me get rid of a little bit more of that. Okay, perfect. So now we come back to our card front and get rid of any hairs that are there or fuzzies. Make sure it's not on the outside. All right, let's see. Let's see if we have enough. Oh, I think I still want one more in there. All right. Oh, I have to stop myself. Okay, so we're gonna just make sure they're all placed the way we want them. And then we go ahead and release the adhesive. And just place them right on top. They're going to move around, but as long as you have your adhesive lined up, you're good to go. There you go. See? Oh yeah, that one's moving around a lot better. Okay, excellent. Very happy with these. So I hope you can give it a try, especially with these gorgeous little cutouts that they make for fall. It would be perfect for any kind of autumn or fall birthday card or any kind of celebration. So thanks so much for joining me. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I did one thing that I just added a little extra doodad to my bottom piece there, and we might as well do that again. And there you go. Okay. Alrighty, so thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give it a try. And if you have any questions, you can just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks so much. Stay safe. Have a great day. Bye-bye.